Yes, guys, this is Nearly Last, and welcome. In this video, what we're going to be talking about is all the latest information in news in regards to Infinite Warfare. Now, as we've been hearing at this present moment in time, Infinity Ward have decided to release all the patch notes that they're actually going to be making on changes to this particular game coming to launch in November the 5th. Now, as we know with the beta, it did not go quite to plan. I mean, there was quite a numerous amount of problems. It wasn't just the matchmaking, it went down to the weapons, the score streaks, the traits, you name it. Pretty much everything in the game, everybody felt that something really needed to be sorted out, and a lot of people even said they would cancel their pre-orders and stuff like that. Now, I could totally understand that Activision and Infinity Ward have been worried, because it's not often that you actually see a game, especially, okay, Black Ops 3 was the first time that we actually received a beta, but I can't personally remember them releasing all these patch notes saying this is what we're going to change and everything else like that, because it does seem like a desperate attempt to try and get people on board. So hopefully it might work for them, but obviously there was quite a number of problems, and obviously with the beta, it wasn't that long ago, and they only had, what, 10 days, 14 days to sort all these issues out come to launch, and just try and get every else back on their side. So what we're going to do is just go over certain things in these particular patch notes. I will leave a link down in the description down below for you guys to go and check them all out if you so wish. But we're just going to be focusing on a few of the main ones in this and just seeing whether or not this can actually save Infinite Warfare moving into the future. Because for me personally, the way that they actually changed this game up, the way that they decide to make it move forward is going to pretty much make or break whether or not the say like the lobby population and that lot is going to make it past Christmas. So let's first of all concentrate on what you're seeing on your screen now is the snipers. Now, I'm not going to read all of this out. As you see, it's up on your screen now. It says bullet spread at the hip no longer gets smaller as the player is in ADS. Once the scope reaches the player's eye, the bullet spread goes instantly to 0. What they're trying to do at the moment is basically trying to sort out this quick scoping thing, because as we know with the snipers, they were crazy overpowered. Okay, I know there might be a few sniper enthusiasts screaming there going, no they're not, this is exactly the way that it was meant to be. But let's be honest, I mean, when you're getting quick scope and you're hitting the knee, you're pretty much dying instantly. It is just a little bit crazy. Now, for me personally, I don't think that quick scoping should go completely, but this should make it a little bit harder, especially when you're listening to professionals who make money out of quick scoping saying that it is a little bit overpowered in Infinite Warfare. Then there must need to be some adjustments made. And as you're seeing on your screen at the moment, these are the adjustments that they're actually making. So we've also got the same the aim assist for the snipers, especially for the KSB longbow, which was pretty much everybody's kind of favorite sniper to actually go with. That has been reduced. And obviously says sniper class weapons no longer have aim assist until the optic fully reaches the player's eye. Now, with all of these things that you're seeing on the screen at the moment, they're trying to obviously dampen down the way that quick scoping does so work. But come to launch, whether or not this is going to be proven to actually really nullify the way snipers are able to quick scope people very easy or not, is going to be very interesting to see, because as we remember prior to the actual beta, they said it was going to be only headshots that got quick scoping one-shot kills, and that proved to be a little bit false. Moving on to only a little slight one, and in that is in the SMG category. It says about the Ripper. Now, this Ripper, I never managed to get some hands on time with it, but I must say it was absolutely melting. And that particular variant has had some tuning, and what they've done is they've increased the recoil, given its bonus rate of fire. But that was very good indeed. Moving on to one of the another big things, and that is including the perks and the rig traits. Now, as we know, with the way that the rigs work, the traits in some of them were, for me personally, should not be in the game whatsoever. I don't think Perception, the one for the FTL, should be in the game, where like anyone on your screen is aiming at you, don't actually see them. You know straight away that people are aiming. You can basically just jump up and turn around and just start shooting them straight away. It works extremely well. And then obviously then we had what was it, Phantom with Mark for Death, where you couldn't regenerate or get your health back for 5 seconds. I just think that is just a little bit crazy. So they have made some adjustments, and coming up on your screen now is the ones that they've actually made. They've made changes to Marksman, where they fixed bug where additional to reduce flinching, it also reduces the recoil. Then they sorted that out. Another one is Momentum, fix issues where the speed's not being retained. And then Mark Target, the temporary red marker on the victim has been toned down. And as you can see there, all the problems that a lot of people personally had with the rigs and the traits and everything else in between, they really have not been changed whatsoever. So that is going to be very interesting, especially once all of the rigs, all the traits and all the payloads and everything all come out into play. Whether or not it really is going to be a balancing act, and whether it's going to work or not is going to be another different matter as well. Another important thing also is the health regen and spawning. Now it says health regen time has been reduced. Thank the God for that. Trying to get multiple kills, especially when people are coming towards you and you take that little bit of damage, I mean, it is ridiculous. It really, really is. So hopefully that's been sorted out properly. Infusion bonus reduced, and it also says continue to refine spawn system on beta maps. We'll assess remaining launch maps in the live environment. Now, especially with, I think it's Frontier, the Space Maze map, that is just crazy. I mean, you can literally shoot someone and they will be spawned right behind you, just staring straight at your back. It was an absolute nightmare, complete and utter clusterfuck. So hopefully they are going to be sorting those kind of things out as well. Score streaks, apparently they are making some changes. I'm not going to go through them all now for you guys, but it's going to be the AP3X is going to be buffed up a little bit. The RC8, Thor, and Bombardment as well. Bombardment definitely needed sorting out. I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, as soon as I highlighted the floor, you can literally boost and jump around and just get away from it very, very easily. Along with the rest of the streaks. I mean, the fact that they're only doing it for those 4... I'm still a little bit worried about the way the streaks are working, because they just don't feel rewarding whatsoever in the game. Also says about the rigs, it says refining payload balance and slight tweaks to gameplay balance across all rigs. So they are trying to make changes to some of the rigs, but how they're going to actually work, I really, really do not know. Matchmaking apparently is being sorted out. They got a whole list of things like that for you guys to go and check that out. But one thing we will concentrate on quickly before we do check out, and that is going to be TTK, the time to kill, which was a bit of a nightmare. And as you're seeing coming up on your screen at the moment, this is what they've done. It says, we know a lot of you had different experience with TTK during the beta. With the above adjustments to dedicated servers, matchmaking, and weapon tuning, we think that you'll find the TTK to be more balanced at launch, both on the attacking and receiving end. We'll continue to monitor and balance throughout the year as need, and would love your feedback in the process. And it also says we are looking at TTK and we'll continue to balance and monitor as they go along, basically. Hopefully this is going to be sorted out, because it is crazy. I mean, sometimes when you're trying to shoot someone, it's felt like it sometimes was taking forever to kill someone, but then on the receiving end, you just die instantly. But then when you actually watch the kill cam, it was taking them as long to kill you, and it was a major, major issue. And then one of the last things they went on to is about dedicated servers, but I'm not even going to go into that because we hear that bullshit every single year. So this is just some of the ones, but like I say, with all of these ones, there are some of the main ones. The fact that the traits and the rigs really don't seem to be sorted out whatsoever, how they're all going to be balanced out and whatnot else, and whether they're going to get a little bit annoying is going to be one of the other big issues as well. But whether or not this can actually save the game or not is very, very doubtful indeed. And don't get me wrong, I do think that this game will sell, especially with the help of Call of Duty 4 Remastered, but it's trying to get people to stay in the game once we get past Christmas. Obviously people will get the game at Christmas, but it's trying to keep those lobbies that are like kind of healthy so that people can get games easy enough. You know, the matchmaking and everything else is quite stable and everything past, say, even like February, maybe March, because if you look at like Black Ops 3 struggled for the last couple of months or so. It really, really has. So if Infinite Warfare, which is not going to do as well as Black Ops 3, is going to be even worse in regards to the gameplay and being unbalanced and what else, then this game could really, really die off, even though they are implementing these particular changes as well. But let me know, guys, in the comment section below exactly what you're thinking about this. It'd be amazing to hear from you. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you jump in on that. And guys, if you could drop a like for me, it'd be absolutely amazing. This is Nearly Last, and I'll catch you later.